Hi there, my name's Jamie Eden, I'm Game Director on LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. Here today to be showing you some cool new features that we got in the game, specifically blaster battles, flight sections. So we start off here with Poe Dameron escaping the village at the start of The Force Awakens. We meet Captain Phasma and FN2187. So one of the twists we do here is the villager. This is explaining how Finn gets his handprint on the helmet. It's one of the twists we do to soften the blow of some of the darker sections in the LEGO games. So now we start this section with Poe coming under fire from the enemy stormtroopers. One of the cool things we've done here is split off the melee and range combat attacks. So as Poe, I can wade in, I can wallop this guy, or I can switch, I can hang back, I can shoot them from a distance. Especially this guy who's waving his rear end at me. I can switch and take them all out. One of the things we really like to do is kind of showcase BB-8 because he's one of the real fan favourites of the new film. So he's got a whole host of new mechanics that are unique to him, one of which is this charge cable that you can use to power up electric devices. In this case, a big turret that can wipe out this dropship. That clears the way through to the next area where the First Order are holding villagers hostage. As you see here, this AI character building a turret. So one of the other new things we try to do is get the sense that AI can build as well as the player.
Your friend! They've captured him!
What?
Not just him. We've gotta help.
So now as we enter this area, this is the first blaster battle in the game. Poe's under real heavy fire, suppressing fire from this turret. So we dive into cover. Help out this villager nearby. We can pop out to pick off some of these stormtroopers. And what they'll try and do is they'll try and move to evade Poe's shots, they'll try and outflank him to try and get a new position. But this guy here foolishly stands next to the explosive crates.
Watch out, stormtroopers! We've got bad guys incoming!
And what we can do is take out more and more stormtroopers. We can activate a special power-up. Sets Poe's weapons into full automatic mode.
Another transport incoming! Actually, thinking about it?
Now as we transition to this stage, we'll see some more enemy AI characters starting to build. And they'll build new cover for their allies. And at this point, it's not all just about shooting enemy troopers. We start to come into more puzzle elements of how to take out these turrets and dropships. So in this one, we'll need to get an angle on these fuel cells. We can take those out. It bypasses the shield he's under, freeing him. Then the second stage with the dropship, we use some Poe's character mechanics. What he can do, he's got a pair of quadnoculars that he can use to scan the dropship for a weakness. Which reveals these weak points here, this piping. We clear out some stormtroopers first. Put some heavy fire into those.
Gotcha.
Bringing down the dropship. And clearing off any remaining troopers from the area. So it really ties into the sort of classic gameplay that we have with the LEGO games of tagging between characters, using all their abilities, the kind of things you'd expect to see, as well as engaging in these iconic blaster battles that we see in the films, where it's not just about Jedis and lightsabers. It really gives us the onus onto characters like Han Solo, Chewbacca, Poe Dameron in this instance, where they don't have the Force, and it just shows them off a lot better. So, after Poe's captured in the village, he's led on to the finalizer, and that leads now into him meeting up with FN-2187, newly renamed Finn, and they steal a Special Forces TIE Fighter and use that to go into one of the game's first flight sections, where they need to take out the turrets outside of the finalizer's ship in order to get back to Jakku and find BB-8. So one of the things we really tried to do on this was get the kind of cinematic feeling that the Star Wars dogfights give. We tried to match a lot of the close camera angles and the feeling that you see in the films during these dogfights. It's very fun, it's very arcadey, extremely satisfying flying around the ship, blasting things, taking out TIE fighters, seeing yourself get all these studs. One of the things we tried to do during these sections is, again, as with blaster battles, is it's not just about shooting things and destroying turrets and defeating enemy TIE fighters. There's exploration elements to do, such as the inside of this finalizer. I mean, as soon as we saw the layout of the ship and decided on the level, we thought, yep, really cool, we need to be able to fly through these pieces here. Let's put collectibles in, let's put things for people to find and fly inside of. So now we've progressed from just shooting down the main turrets into this big uber turret here that needs to be taken out with torpedoes. And what we'll see here is that the enemy Special Forces TIE Fighters are carrying these torpedoes, so the focus switches now to taking out them, collecting the torpedoes and using them on this big turret. Again, it's all about feeling really cool as you're flying around and not restricted. So a lot of the moves are quite simple to do, but really rewarding when you pull them off. Such as dodging out the way of turret fire, like that. Doesn't always end as well as that though. Cool, so now those guys can head back down to Jakku. I hope you guys have enjoyed what you've seen. I really look forward to you playing the game when it comes out on June 28th on all platforms.